So hi and welcome to the technical video for recording sound onto the FS5 camera for Year 1 students within the Department of Film and Television at the University of Bristol. Now, to keep it as simple as possible, we're going to get you to record audio directly into the camera. In later years, in years 2 and 3, you'll actually be using a separate mixer and you'll be able to also add in radio mics and other audio sources. But for this year 1, we want to keep it as simple as possible. So we're going to go straight into the FS5. In order to do that, you need your camera, you need a microphone, you need an XLR cable, and you need headphones. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is the XLR cable. And if you take the ends of the XLR cable, you'll see that there's 2 different types. One is male and one is female. And we're going to take the male end and we're going to put that into the camera. Now, there are 2 sockets on the camera. There's one on the handle and there's one back here on the bottom behind the grip on this right hand side. And that's the one that we want to use because you can see that that is input 1. So I'm going to take the XLR, I'm going to slide it in there like so. And you'll see that there's a slider above the input 1 that says line, mic and mic plus 48. You need that to be on plus 48. And the reason that needs to be on plus 48 volts is because this microphone requires power from the camera in order to work. So I'm going to take the male end of the XLR and I'm going to plug that into the microphone itself. And so now I have my microphone connected to my XLR cable, which is connected to my camera. And the other thing you'll need to do is have a set of headphones to listen to the audio at all times. So I'm going to take that and it goes into the back underneath the slots for the cards. So I'm going to put this on just so that I can hear what I'm doing. But all of the controls for the audio on this camera are actually done through the menu. So if you go to the side here and click on the menu button, you want to use the toggle to get yourself to the icon that is a note, that's for the audio, and you go across. Volume. Now I'm going to set my headphone volume. It's a little bit too loud, so I'm just going to bring it down a little bit. Okay, so that's my headphone volume set. Then I'm going to go channel 1 input select, and you have the option here of internal mic, input 1 or shoe mic. If you just flip to internal mic, you'll see the quality of the sound changes instantly, and it might sound superficially better, but that microphone's recording everything in this room. Whereas if you record on input 1, you'll hear that the microphone is much more directional, and that's because this microphone records what you're pointing at and therefore doesn't pick up so much of the ambient noise from around the rest of the room. So now I've set channel 1 input select to input 1. I'm going to go to channel 2 input select. You'll see I have more options here. I have internal mic, input 1, input 2 and shoe mic. Now, because we're only using one microphone and we're going into channel 1, I'm going to select that input to be input 1. And now I have both channel 1 and channel 2 are both hearing the same sound. They're both hearing the sound from this microphone. And if you just play around with the microphone and point it towards your mouth, you'll see how much cleaner the sound is when it's used directionally. And the logic for having 2 channels recording sound is that you can actually set the levels slightly differently so that you've got one channel recorded slightly lower than the other, which just avoids a problem if you suddenly hear a bang or something like that. So to control it, you come to the side of the camera, just to the left of where it says 4K, there's a panel which you can open, and you'll see there's 2 switches and 2 dials. Now the switches should be switched to manual, so they should be pushed down. And I'm actually going to play around with channel 1 being slightly louder than channel 2. So now, if I come out of menu, you'll see that the audio is here indicated as bouncing around. And if I clap loudly, you'll see that the levels go to red. And when they hit the red, that means they're distorting. So we don't want that. So channel 1 is a little bit too hot, a little bit too loud. So I'm going to turn that down. Now if I turn the mic towards myself, I'm getting nice clean audio. I can talk quite loudly and I'm not hitting the red. But in order to build a safety margin, and I'm going to take channel 2 and I'm going to make that slightly lower than channel 1. Now, if it peaks on channel 1, you've still got that audio on channel 2, so it's a kind of backup. And the final thing you're going to do is you're going to take your boom pole, you're going to add it, screw it into the microphone, and now you're ready to record sound. Now, just one thing to be aware is if you are recording at a long distance from the camera, you may need a second XLR just to create that distance. And the other thing is just be aware that any contact or tapping on the boom pole is going to transfer to the microphone. But now you have your microphone on your boom pole connected through your XLR to channel 1 in the camera. You have both channels of audio set, channel 2 slightly lower than channel 1, and you have your headphones on so you can make sure you're getting decent sound. You're ready to go. And we will be giving you some workshops and exercises where you can play around with recording sound before you go off and do that on your projects. But that's the basic setup and principles for recording sound on the FS5.